Welcome to tracking my Bitcoin portfolio day 142. My Bitcoin's worth $33,767.68, which is up $634.53 since yesterday. I also added 1,109,748 Satoshis to my portfolio. Now these satoshis that I added, I didn't just like buy Bitcoin. I dollar cost average on an exchange, and I also bought. I bought this a little bit like a few days ago. So I didn't. I was able to buy it when it was down a little bit. Is what I'm trying to say. I didn't just pool all of it while it was on its way up. I just want to throw that out there. There was no comments in my last videos, so I don't have any comments to go over. But what I will say, I'm just gonna ramble on here. I've been thinking about like the economics of Bitcoin and comparing it to gold, and I've also been like reviewing my philosophy of the natural evolution being cryptography and kind of thinking like what are like the negative aspects of Bitcoin. And basically, Bitcoin requires transaction fees. Obviously, on the base layer, in order to go and send a base layer transaction, there has to be transaction fees. There has to be an economic incentive for miners to mine Bitcoin. Now, right now, obviously, there's the block reward. So that gives miners an incentive to mine Bitcoin. We need miners to secure the network. Now, obviously, the block reward gets halved every 4 years, and eventually it will go to zero, and the entire network will just rely on transaction fees. So basically, from that basic overview that I just said there, basically you want there to be an economic incentive for miners to secure the network. So right there, you need high transaction fees. This is kind of far down when the block reward is significantly less, and mainly it's just the transaction fees that the miners are only mining Bitcoin for. You want those transaction fees to be high in order to give an incentive for miners to secure the network. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm looking at how gold works as money. Okay, you don't need to go in and pay any fee in order to go and hand someone over a gold coin. Now, obviously, gold's not digital. I totally understand that, but the gold doesn't need any um, transaction fees for it to be used as money in terms of just simply handing it to someone else. And so that to be honest with you guys, that's like appears to be like it's like some type of negative. Like I view this as kind of negative for Bitcoin, because then I kind of think about another question. It's like, okay, well, if the natural evolution of money is cryptography, is it possible to create a decentralized peer-to-peer, like a truly decentralized peer-to-peer currency that doesn't rely on any transaction fees? Like, is that possible? Because that's what I'm thinking about. Like, if technology were to keep on advancing, let's say AI actually does like really keep on advancing, is it possible to create a truly decentralized peer-to-peer currency that doesn't require any transaction fees in order to secure the network? Simply you imagine you have Bitcoin and you're able to send it to someone else. It's decentralized, it's peer-to-peer, no middleman, and no transaction fee. So that's what I want you guys to ask yourself. Do you think that that concept is possible? And think 100 years from now, think 200 years from now, think of all of the advancements over the next decades in computer science. Is that possible? And so then I'm kind of thinking to myself, well, if something like that is possible, and I don't know if it is possible or not, like well, maybe it's possible, I don't know, but if something like that is possible, then that would be superior. That would be superior to Bitcoin. Now this hasn't been invented yet, but like I'm kind of just thinking to myself, like it, like I don't know, like the transaction fees needed to secure the network. I view that as a negative because you don't need transaction fees in order to secure, gold as money or silver as money, and so like I'm not saying I'm going to sell all my Bitcoin. I'm just kind of pointing out a negative. Like I'm just pointing out a negative that I'm kind of. This is what I'm kind of worried about. Like in the future, what if there were to be something created that's actually better than Bitcoin? A lot of these other tokens that we have today, they're going to pretend to be better than Bitcoin. They're just going to kind of pretend. And the reality is that network effects also matter. Like even if you were to go and create something that is better than Bitcoin, like since Bitcoin has that first mover advantage, it has that network effect. You could make the case that Bitcoin is still superior, even if there's something that is better than Bitcoin. But since Bitcoin has that first mover advantage, this thing actually can't compete with it. You could make that argument. Um, but basically, if if there were to be a better technology that's created in the future, a better cryptographic currency that's truly decentralized, truly peer-to-peer, that doesn't require any transaction fees to secure the network, I suppose that would be superior to Bitcoin. So I just want to throw that out there. I just want to throw that out there to everyone. Um, I don't know if it's possible. It seems like that would be a very elaborate thing to create, because how do you verify ownership? Like it's like because that's the whole thing about sending a digital currency peer to peer. There has to be proof of work. You can't trust anyone. There can be no central authority. It has to be peer to peer. So how do you create something that's peer to peer, that there's no double spend problem? How do you verify that there's no double spend? And so I don't know if it's even possible to create a decentralized peer to peer currency with no transaction fees, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. Um, and so yeah, if that were to be created somehow, then I suppose that could rival Bitcoin, but you have to remember that network effects also matter too. Like even if something, like I said earlier, even if that were to be created, since Bitcoin has that network effect, it has that first mover advantage. Maybe this thing that I'm talking about, maybe it can't compete, or maybe they can coexist. It's like something weird like that. I'm not saying that Bitcoin is going to fail. I'm just pointing out kind of a negative as I see it, to be honest. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I don't have anything else to say for today. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.